17 huge Hollyoaks spoilers for next week. Hey everyone, get ready for a week of jaw-dropping drama in Hollyoaks. Kitty and Abe's pasts come crashing together, James goes missing, and Zoe and Prince's secret is finally out. You won't want to miss a single moment. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest Hollyoaks spoilers and updates. 1. Abe has a realization. After learning that Abe was the one who filed her missing persons report, Kitty stumbles upon an unanswered message from him on the real Kitty's phone. She responds, telling him to leave her alone. Meanwhile, Abe grows suspicious upon noticing that Kitty's last name is Draper. 2. Cleo's birthday arrives. It's Cleo's birthday, but she isn't feeling great after agreeing with Abe to have an open relationship. She tells Abe that she doesn't want this, but his response is manipulative and he calls her insecure. John Paul tells Teresa that she doesn't think Cleo is suited for an open relationship. As the McQueens throw her a surprise party, Cleo tells Misbah that she has been spoiled by Abe, but Misbah tells her she is around if she ever wants to talk. 3. Kitty discovers Abe's past. Abe catches Kitty out and demands to know where the real Kitty is. She is forced to explain that she met the real Kitty at a women's refuge, and she died in a car accident as they tried to escape. When Abe says he loved the real Kitty, Kitty puts the pieces together and realizes that Abe was the man she was running from. She leaves to tell Cleo that Abe is dangerous, but he overhears the conversation. 4. Dilly gets the wrong idea. Dilly tells Sienna and Liberty about the book she found in Prince's jacket. After he told her, he bought it to step up as an uncle to Zoe's baby. But Sienna and Liberty suggest that Prince actually wants to start a family with her, and she panics. Prince tells Dilly that he wants to be a dad one day, and they make exciting plans. But Zoe is hurt when she finds out they are thinking about starting a family. Dilly apologizes for being insensitive and reminds Zoe that she isn't alone. Zoe tells Hunter that she needs to tell the truth about being the father of her baby. 5. Dylan blackmails Tom. Tom finally lets Dylan drive his car as he starts giving him lessons, but things go wrong when he crashes into the back of Sienna and Liberty's van. Admitting that he isn't insured to be a driving instructor, Tom asks Dylan to lie about who was really driving. Dylan then decides to use the incident to blackmail Tom into giving him free lessons. 6. Cleo is conflicted. Cleo spends the night in a B&B, and the next day she confronts Abe about his abusive past. But Abe accuses Kitty of lying, using her identity theft as evidence. She suggests that they go to the police, but Abe doesn't want to. Meanwhile, Kitty tells more members of the McQueen family that Abe is a danger to women. As Ro feels guilty about lying to the police, Kitty asks Diane for help, but she refuses. 7. Grace warns Steve. Grace finds Rex near the hospital and accuses him of being blue. Rex tells Steve that Grace is after him and is concerned that he is also now a target. When Steve gets home, he finds James helping Grace with her case to get custody of her son, and before she leaves, she gives Steve a warning. 8. Zoe makes a confession. Prince asks Zoe for time, saying he wants to tell Dilly the truth without his family finding out. Dilly throws Zoe a surprise party, and feeling overwhelmed, she confesses that Hunter isn't the father of her baby. As Hunter arrives, Zoe later throws out a baby grow, given to her by Prince, that used to be his. Dilly finds it, and she figures out the truth. 9. Bottomless brunch causes drama. John Paul wants to plan a treat to cheer up Diane and Nancy. Nancy suggests bottomless brunch, which makes John Paul concerned about how Diane will cope with the alcohol. Nancy invites Pearl to join the brunch, but Suzanne later gate-crashes the event, which makes Nancy feel awkward. 10. Grace attacks Rex with Freddie. Due to wake up from his coma, Darren tells Grace that he doesn't want his brother to stay with her. Elsewhere, Warren reassures Grace that he isn't a threat, explaining that he burnt all of Fraser's money to protect his family from Blue. When Freddie comes round, he tells Grace that he can't remember anything. Grace tells Rex that Warren bought her the love boat before attacking him and locking him inside. 11. Kitty threatens Abe. Abe tries to convince Kitty that he has changed and isn't the same person he once was. He's desperate to prove that he's turned over a new leaf, but Kitty isn't buying it. She keeps her guard up, knowing that talk is cheap. She flat out tells him that if she even gets a whiff of him abusing Cleo or Teresa, she's not going to hesitate. Kitty makes it clear that she'll march straight to the police with the text messages from the real Kitty's phone. She's not messing around and wants Abe to know that she's serious about protecting those she cares about. Kitty's not taking any chances, and lets Abe know that no matter what it costs her, she's willing to go to any lengths to make sure Cleo and Teresa are safe. She doesn't care about the fallout or what it might mean for her. Her priority is making sure Abe doesn't harm anyone. Abe can plead all he wants, but Kitty's ready to act if necessary. She's determined to hold him accountable and make sure his past actions don't repeat themselves. 12. Dilly looks to the future. Dilly confronts Prince after finding out he is the father of Zoe's baby, and she locks him in the bedroom while she speaks to Zoe. Sienna spots Dilly looking upset and tries to comfort her, but Dilly leaves, saying she knows how to handle the situation. Teresa later overhears Prince and Dilly talking about starting a family. 13. Freddie takes charge. Freddie drops a bombshell on Darren and Lexi by announcing he's moving in with Grace. This shakes things up, but it's nothing compared to what Grace has cooking. She corners Rex and delivers a chilling warning. Spill the beans on who Blue is, or she'll make sure both he and Steve are dead. Grace isn't playing around, and her ultimatum is deadly serious. Meanwhile, Grace updates Freddie, letting him know that Rex is all tied up and waiting for his fate. But Freddie is tired of all the drama and just wants a fresh start. He decides to let Rex go, hoping to avoid more trouble. But he doesn't leave it there. Freddie turns to Grace and lays down his own ultimatum. He makes it clear that if they're going to move forward, things need to change. He wants a clean slate and no more games. 14. Pearl and Jack make up. Pearl apologizes to Jack for not believing him after Frankie's accusation earlier this year. She wins a game of bowling and comes home with a trophy before Jack decides to ask her out on a date. 15. James goes missing. Steve's world gets shaken up when Rex makes a bold promise. He'll delete the incriminating video of them if Steve keeps quiet about Rex's plans to take on Warren. Stay, genuinely worried, cautions Rex to tread carefully. Amidst this intense conversation, James happens to notice the two of them looking unusually close, adding a layer of suspicion to the mix. As the night drags on and James doesn't come home, Steve's anxiety only grows. Leah decides to take matters into her own hands and goes out to search for him. Meanwhile, Rex drops another bombshell on Stay, revealing that Blue is after Warren's stash of drugs. This twist throws Stay into even deeper turmoil as he tries to navigate the dangerous waters surrounding him. 16. Donnie is curious Cindy helps Mercedes with the twins, and Mercedes sends Warren away to watch the boxing. Donnie asks Warren where his mum is, and says he was worried about moving next door after his shooting. Donnie then questions Warren about Ethan, seeing as Vicky is interested in him. Later, Warren and Dave agree to keep the peace for the sake of their partners. Warren tries and fails to make amends with the McQueens. He wants to surprise Mercedes with a naming ceremony for the twins, but she finds out about it. 17. Misbah makes progress. Vicky's on the hunt for a job and decides to ask Ethan if there's any work available at the loft. Lucky for her, Ethan agrees to give her a shot with a trial shift. Feeling optimistic, Vicky encourages Misbah to just unwind and enjoy her date with Donnie, reassuring her that everything will be fine. Meanwhile, on her date with Donnie, Misbah opens up about something pretty personal. She confesses that she hasn't been intimate with anyone since her marriage, but she's finally feeling ready to take that step. It's a big moment of vulnerability and honesty for her, signaling a possible new beginning. There you have it, folks. 17 huge spoilers that promise an explosive week ahead in Hollyoaks. With secrets unraveling, confrontations heating up, and unexpected alliances forming, the drama is set to keep us all on the edge of our seats. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with all the latest Hollyoaks news and spoilers. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.